with Nickelodeon All-Stars 2 coming out, I might as well review the first one. I think it came out 2 years ago. Um, it has Nickelodeon characters from SpongeBob to Avatar to Cat Dog to Ren and Stimpy, Danny Phantom, Loud House, and Rugrats and others. Unfortunately, this game did not come with voice acting at first, which was kind of a disaster. And it does not include crossplay. So it's a Super Smash Bros. Clone. And it does an okay job. It's not the best. In terms of the combos, they're not very well. They're kind of not that great. The online was actually decent if you can actually find somebody online. The graphics are okay. There's 3 DLC characters, which some of the characters I wish they would have put in the game that weren't in the game. But, I guess they own the rights to Garfield now, so Garfield's in the game now. I mean, Jimmy Neutron should have been in the game, but he's going to be in the sequel. There are other modes on here. There's like a soccer mode. Didn't really care for it. The arcade is fairly decent. I wouldn't say very hard. And again, at least they updated the game a little bit. Later on, they gave you some alternate costumes, which hopefully they give you a lot more in the sequel, which I think they will. It had a ton of potential to be really good, and and leaving out the other 2 Ninja Turtles was not fair. As far as the music goes, it's decent. I actually like the SpongeBob stage only because of the music, and the worst stage is the Ren and Stimpy stage, which I'm surprised Ren and Stimpy are even in this game, honestly. But yeah, the Ren and Stimpy stage is clearly the worst stage because you have to move around or you'll get killed. And to defeat the hardest difficulty achievement, I actually chose that stage on purpose because the enemies, you gotta keep up. But, there's certain characters that should be in the game. They should have had voice acting in the game at launch. I'm glad they patched some things with it. It wasn't unplayable or anything, but it still could have been much better. I would give it a 6.5 out of 10. Decent game, but hopefully the sequel will improve on it because the Nickelodeon kart racing game, the third game is superior than the last 2 installments. The first one was kind of garbage. The second one was decent. It's pretty decent. And the third one's actually pretty good. But because I guess they listened to their fans because they finally put Jimmy in the game. And they're putting Jimmy in the game. They're putting Squidward in the game. And they're putting the other 2 Ninja Turtles in the game. Hopefully they put the Angry Beavers in there because they have been neglected the last 20 years. Because I think the last time they were in a Nickelodeon game was probably like 18, 20 years ago. Hopefully they improve the gameplay for this game because Danny Phantom's combos are horrible in this game. But, still decent game to pick up if it's under $20, if you can find it for under 20. But hopefully the sequel will improve. I think it will because it definitely improved the first game to the second game for the kart games, and it's by the same company, so I'm definitely hoping that it improves a lot.